when I was in the Navy, Tony came meet me. We were kind of dating at the time. She brought 2 packs of crawfish with. She was like, hey, I need you to cook a crawfish A2 I'm like, what that's all about?
Smart
Am
woman.
I getting tested right here?
Oh, I like it. That's a woman after my own heart
So
right
we
there.
did. We ate that. It was good, and she's been with me ever since. So I guess.
Welcome to the official podcast of Foodies of Lafayette, where flavor meets community. A huge thank you to our Chef's Table sponsor, Logic Refrigeration and HVAC. Reach out to Seth, 337-242-1000. Let's join our hosts, Heidi McDonald and Jason Stoner.
Hey, y'all. Heidi McDonald, Foodies of Lafayette. I'm here today at Sunday Soda Fountain, downtown Lafayette. I'm here with my partner in crime, Jason Stoner. We got some special guests here today, Coby and Tony Bailey. You probably know him as Captain Coby.
That's
we'll
right.
Get a little more detail behind that. Before we dig into too much, I do want to say thank you to our partners, the ones that make this all possible. Of course, Sundays, thank you for having us. Thank you, Chris Logan, for keeping us in check. We love y'all. Thank you so much, Ounce of Hope. Thank you for keeping us relaxed. Thank you so much, Logic Refrigeration, HVAC, keeping us cool, and the Cajun Table, keeping everything tasty.
Spicy.
Spicy. There we go. Love it. Appreciate y'all so much. And also, if you like the shirts, go check out our partners, Parish Inc. They've got cute new merch, and proceeds are supporting our Lafayette Community Fridge project. So go check it out, y'all. Now, today, we have got some super special guests, people that I have known literally almost my entire life. We won't talk about how long that is. But suffice this to say, I can assure you, amazing, amazing, amazing people. Tell me a little bit. Gosh, where to start? There's so much that I want you to tell. Let's see.
Well, let me just tell you how Captain Coby got started.
All right.
How about that?
I may dig deeper than that, but you can start there.
Actually, Captain Coby started as a joke. I'm contrary to popular belief, I'm not very tech savvy or just social media guru, as everybody's saying, right? And my firefighter walked in one day and he said, hey, man, go watch my channel. I said, your channel? What you talking about? What you mean your channel? And he says, I have a channel on YouTube. I'm like, what does that mean? You know, how you got a channel? You WBRZ, whatever you are, KLFY. And he started laughing. He goes, no, he says, me and my girlfriend, and we tell everybody about our life. We film our life. I said, boy, I work with you 10, 12 days a month. I do not want to know what you do on your day off. But I'll go follow you. I said, well, you need to do a cooking show. He was like, dude, no. And at Station 9, we are known for cooking at Station 9. The fire chief would call me, hey, Fire Chiefs Association's having a meeting, whatever. I would cook for them.
We're going to come back to that.
Yeah. Anyway, I said, man, we're kind of known for cooking at Station 9. Let's do a cooking show. He said, look, you do the cooking. Me and my girlfriend will do our life, and then we'll see which one gets farther. And needless to say, him and the girl broke up. The channel went down, and Captain Coby was born. And I still, even after I made the first couple videos, I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't know how to do this. But here we are, about 5 years later, 6 years later, and we're still doing it. Yeah.
Over 20,000 followers.
20,000 followers. Yeah, that's crazy.
I guess something worked out.
Something worked.
Okay, so that is quite the wild ride, I would say. But that wasn't where it started.
Okay.
So Captain Coby is famous for 2 things.
All right.
Cooking and being a fireman.
Yeah, I've been doing that for quite some time, yeah.
So that's the real job, right?
Right.
The firefighting.
That's the one that paid the bills,
The
yeah.
paying the bills, saving the lives. Tell me about that. How long have you been doing that?
I'm a few months shy of 28 years,
Oh, wow.
actually. So I've been 27 years and about 10 months. And I'll say this. I was in the United States Navy, joined the Navy right out of high school. And I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I really didn't. And believe it or not, everybody in the Navy, if you are non-rated like me, you have to do what's called mess cranking. You have to go work in the galley, cook for 5,000 people.
Whew.
And you have to do this for 90 days. Even it doesn't matter what your rate is or your rank. If you get called to mess duty, you got to do mess duty. So when I got to the ship, they stuck me on the flight deck, and listen, it is pure chaos on the flight deck if you've never been on one before in your life. Anything can kill you at any given moment. So
Fun.
you kind of walking around.
And how old are you?
Oh, I'm 18 years old, right?
Oh, yay.
So I'm like, and then the guy that's teaching me is like, go on the other side and just do that. I know there's props and stuff. I know if I go one way, so I roll under the aircraft, and so I get it done. I roll back under the aircraft. He says, you got it? So I got it done. He said, all right, let's go. So we go back. He goes, he's going to be just fine. I'm like, no. Listen, you're going to have to teach me how to do this job, brother. Listen, that's not happening. We're not just winging it for me. But anyway, when we got back from that first week, I was like, I got to get out of here. I'm like, what in the world's happening? Mm-hmm. And they were sending everybody out to mess cranking. So you got to go cook. You got to go cook. When it came to me, they said, Bailey, aircraft firefighting school. I said, okay. So I would love to be on a crash crew. You know, I mean, they had a pretty cush job. You know?
Wait, weren't you trying to get away from the unsafe stuff?
That was a great, that was, to me, that was a good way to get away. But
That was
anyway.
an upgrade.
Right. So I went to aircraft firefighting school. They lit a mock aircraft on fire, and I was the first guy. They were like, here you go, Bailey, put it out by myself.
Oh.
Listen, I was amazed. I said, oh my God, I like that thing again. He said, slow down. You got a whole another 3 weeks of this. So I said, but I knew right there, like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is what I want to be in life. Unfortunately, I still had another 3.5 years to do in the Navy. And when I got back from firefighting school, I was feeling pretty good that I was going to crash and salvage. And they were like, Bailey, I said, yeah, mess cranking. So I went and cooked for 90 days, 90 days after I got back. And I actually
What
thought
did y'all
about
cook? What were you throwing out
for.
when you were cooking there?
So no. So when I got back to the ship, now was my time to go do my duty cooking. So I ended up in Chief's mess, and the Chiefs eat well. They kind of pay for their own food. They have like a little club that they put money to. They get Cajun steaks is what they call. We laughed about that, but they ate well, and you were more of like a personal chef when you did that. If you worked nights, there was only maybe 30 chiefs that stayed there at night, so they would come down and, hey, I want fish or I want steak. So you would.
So they would pick. You wouldn't get to decide.
Yeah, well, they would
You
kind of
just
pick,
did
and some
what-
were like, man, I didn't put
Yeah.
nothing down. I'm gonna throw you a steak on the grill right quick. So we would still kind of take care of those guys. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed cooking down there. I even thought about staying, but my lieutenant was like, dude, you way too hard a worker. You coming back up here and coming with it.
Yeah.
So I went back to the V1 division, and I did not go to crash and salvage. They would not let me go.
Ugh.
So I ended up becoming a yellow shirt. I directed airplanes. I don't know if y'all saw Top Gun, what they do.
Yeah.
I did that. And
So safe. So safe.
right? So crazy. But at least you can hear. So those guys have sound. So you can be like, hey, watch out. You can, whereas everybody doesn't have anybody telling you what to do. So it's a little bit more organized once you know what's going on. But it doesn't matter what your rank is as a yellow shirt. You're the boss, right? So if a chief walks by and he's doing something wrong, you're like, hey, can't do that. Not to be disrespectful, but you have to.
Safety.
Yeah, still safety. Kind of like cops, right? The cop, hey, you can't do that. Even though you might have lived longer than them and think you know more than they know, it's still, you got to obey those laws. And so it's good. That's how it started.
Your first, that was your first cooking. Like that was and you did you love it?
I did. Honestly, I thought about staying. I don't think I would have loved it having to cook for 5,000 people. On the ship, they had 3 different galleys. So they had like a breakfast galley kind of in the front. They would put out breakfast sandwiches. They were hard as a rock. They were absolutely terrible. But if you needed something to eat in a pinch, it was there. And then they had two main galleys where you could eat, and then the officers had a galley and the chiefs had a galley. So I mean, me cooking for just a few chiefs, whereas
Not too bad.
300 people, 500 or 5,000 people, it was okay. I wasn't guaranteed to stay there, so that was a little.
So how long did you spend in the Navy?
I spent 4 years.
And then you came back?
I did Desert Storm. My first ride was in Desert Storm, which was absolutely terrible. We spent, I think it was 78 days straight, 16 hours a day, with no breaks. So people today at the fire department kind of complain about having to work 3 days in a row. I'm like, try 78. Mm-hmm. Saturday, Sunday, it doesn't matter. And
it's a long shift.
Right. So once we did that, we came back, and then my second cruise, we call it a cruise. I went to Bosnia, so we flew a no-fly zone over Bosnia. So I'm like,
a cruise.
The
it
world
sounds
was
so nice.
Right, yeah, that's what.
Come on now.
Exactly. So I knew the world wasn't really headed in a good place. So
Yeah.
I almost stayed. If they would have made me E5, I would have probably stayed. They didn't. I just think the good Lord was like, I don't think so, buddy. That's not.
Still chasing safety, I see.
Right.
Yeah, right. But look, I was like, the minute I got here, I was like, I applied to the fire department. I wanted to be a fireman. I knew what I wanted to be just from that 3 weeks of advanced aircraft firefighting school. I knew what I wanted to be. And
Do you still have that thrill for the job?
Honestly, I do. If something's on fire, it's amazing. I'll say this, probably my firemen in the last probably year, one of them is my godchild, and one of them, they some hustlers. I mean, like, they fight me. I don't have a chance to get to the nozzle before then, whereas some were like, we're just going to follow the captain. They're like, well, you better get out of the way. So I have learned to kind of, hey, and it's kind of nice. Whereas before, I'm in the attic trying to scoot through this thing. I'm 55 years old. I'm like, it's kind of tough getting in and out of those attics when you're getting a little older, so.
I can't imagine. I'm about the
It's
same
crazy,
age.
yeah.
Too hot for me.
Yeah,
Too
it's
hot
crazy.
for me.
So, but I do honestly to fight the fire, to have that rush, that adrenaline rush is still there. 28 years later, I'll say that.
Wow.
So
it's
you
pretty
still, do you get the same kind of rush fighting fires in the kitchen? Not so much? A little calmer
Well,
fire?
the kitchen. So what we have really learned to do in the fire service is we cook, but you're not guaranteed that you have 4 hours to cook a meal.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, hey, you cooking. There's a bunch of people coming. Oh,
just
got
cut
a
it
wreck.
off.
You get there. There's a 6-car pileup. 1 car's on fire. We're like, oh, well, we ain't cooking today. Or if we
So
get
what do
enough
you
time.
do? I
Well,
mean-
we learn how to deviate, right? So I didn't get a chance to make this, or I didn't get a chance to make this. Hey, we're gonna cut it down to this, or it kind of what the situation calls for. We have learned to kind of deviate and do some of those
Decide
things.
on the fly.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what helped me in the show too.
Now,
Oh, I'm
all the
sure.
years, when did you start cooking for all the guys?
So
Are you primary? I mean, you're like the chef
I am
of
now,
9.
but when I was a young fireman, I cooked a lot. We cooked a lot because it was cheaper. We could buy a meal and eat 2 meals on $5-6 back in the day. I mean, you can get a bag of leg quarters for $3. We do chicken in the gravy a lot, but get 2 meals out of that, and you ate for $5 for 2 meals. It's not like that today. But we would cook a lot, and my captain there was like, Coby, go cook, or he would cook sometimes. But when I moved to Station 6, we cooked every day, and we incorporated Station 5 with us. Hazmat would come eat with us. Station 8 would come eat with us. Station 11
Oh,
would
my
come eat with
gosh.
us. Right. So, and when we did that, it was all hands on deck. Right. You were, hey, you making this, you doing that, and make a dessert. And then Russell, who was our captain, he would do the main dishes on the stove, and you kind of work your way up through the ranks. And then once I made engineer, I cooked a lot. In fact, my first captain ended up being my captain a little later on in life. And he was like, hey, we got some dignitaries coming. I need you to cook a crawfish etouffee today. How many people's coming? 10. All right, we got it. So and that's kind of how that really started. So what I was taught as a young fireman, hey, you're going to make the potato salad, and you're going to make a, whatever, firehouse cobbler. That was your job. So I've learned to do that to my firemen today. They do that. They cut the onions. They prep everything out for us while we're seasoning the meat and browning
Makes
the
it go
meat.
fast.
And it does
Yeah.
kind of help you along. And I'm like, hey, today you got a cake. I never made a cake before. Read the instructions on the box. That's your job. So, and listen, if you mess it up, you got it.
You're gonna hear about
Bro, this is the worst cake I've had. So, you're giving those guys hell. So when you give them that assignment, they either, screw it up again so they never have to do it again, or they really try to make it
Dishwashing.
right.
You're on
absolutely.
dishwashing.
Yeah, no, they're already on dishwashing, so.
Now,
So
do
were you
get
influenced by your mom, your grandma?
Oh, absolutely. My mom was a fantastic cook. My grandmother was also a fantastic cook. They kind of taught me the basics of cooking and everything that I learned. In fact, when I was in the Navy, Tony came meet me. We were kind of dating at the time. She brought 2 packs of crawfish with her. She was like, hey, I need you to cook a crawfish A2 family. What that's all about.
Smart
Am
woman.
I getting tested right here?
Oh, I like it. That's a woman after my own heart
So
right
we
there.
did. We ate that. It was good, and she been with me ever since. So I guess
Oh,
we
it must
How
have
long
been
have
good.
y'all been? How long have y'all been married?
30 years.
Oh wow!
We just celebrated our
Congratulations, that's
30th anniversary.
amazing.
But she's been chasing me for a long time.
It's getting deep quick. I should have worn shrimp boots.
It's a foodie show.
Hey, we ate a lot of food in 30 years. I don't know.
Well,
Now, Tony,
so
are
in
you-
30 years, have you gotten in the kitchen with him?
Never. I never get in the kitchen.
No, Tony's a fantastic cook, honestly. And I would say even like in the stews or the gumbos, anything with a roux, she got it. I mean, that's her niche. I will say we don't really jive together in the kitchen.
I got that. I got that.
Yeah, it's hard.
So
I cook at home. He cooks at the fire station. So when he retires, we might have
Yeah.
a little challenge.
Oh. Clock's ticking.
yeah, it's a challenge. She has her way of doing things. I have my way of doing things. Hey, why you doing this? This is the way I do it.
Have to do his and hers nights.
Well, we kind of learn that. We do share the duty sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you guys have kids. How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2 kids, but we were talking. They're kind of maintenance free now. They're not
Yes.
living at home.
They're not at home.
Julia and Jake.
Yes.
And how old are they?
29 and 24. And
Yeah.
Jake followed his daddy's footsteps. He's in the Navy.
Yeah.
Oh
And
wow,
they're
wow.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Now,
He's
do
doing-
they cook?
They both cook. Julia's a good cook. She's really excelling in that. And Jake's not a bad cook either. He's just not as seasoned as Julia is. He doesn't do as much, and kind of rightfully so. He flies on C-130, so he's out a lot.
So he won't he won't end up in the mess hall there.
Oh no! In fact, he told me, Dad, if I got to go on the ship, I ain't going in the Navy. So well, I got a job for you, buddy. It was a struggle to get him in there, but we got him in. Yeah.
Yeah, they got cooking in their blood for sure.
That's it.
So, Tony, what's your favorite thing that he cooks? You
I
said you
think-
cook mostly at home, but
Yeah, so he makes a fantastic sticky chicken
okay.
that I honestly, I don't think I've ever made it. He makes it very good. I love it.
Well, tell us about the sticky chicken.
That again, when I was a young fireman, we ate that a lot because it was cheap, and I got to be pretty good at that thing, man. I got the flavor down. I know exactly what it's supposed to taste like. If it's not there, we're not eating yet until it tastes.
What
the
goes
way it's
into
supposed
it?
to taste.
I don't know
Yeah,
if I've
what's,
had that.
what's the secret? Because there's a lot of debate about the right way to do a sticky chicken.
So I'll say this about some people kind of. So with the roux, it's a fricassee or a chicken stew, but it makes on its own gravy, right? The chicken makes on its own gravy, and the secret ingredient in that is sugar. So to get the darkness that you need in your gravy, you have to put a little bit of sugar on your
So caramel, basically.
caramelize that sugar down to where it is. Yeah, but if you put too much, it can be sweet. But again, it's all how you do that.
For the record, I have never had sticky chicken.
Really?
And until this moment, did not know what it was. I'm not from here, but
I'm gonna have to
never
cook
heard
for
of
you
that.
at the station one day, definitely. So
Yeah,
you
next
can-
time I'll just run by.
There you go.
It's
so good.
delicious. And I think because he based it in mustard and then you have that on with
Yeah.
the sugar, it makes a delicious
Interesting.
gravy.
Is it
now,
a
see,
brown
I've
sugar?
done that with fish.
Is it
I
brown
would-
sugar?
I
or
never-
Mustard?
It's white sugar.
Yeah.
Mustard is such a great ingredient. I use it on almost everything in my jambalaya. That's what I marinate all my meat with. is
Really?
Mustard. Chicken is a must. I do my fried fish with mustard too. So mustard is big in my.
And
In
see,
fact, in
dad
my
always did
seasoning,
fish,
I
so
I
knew
have
that.
some dry mustard in there too, just to make sure
Come
I got a
on.
little bit in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Something a little
okay.
different.
So, I'm definitely gonna come back to that
Okay.
seasoning thing. Let me put a pin in that before I forget. I wanted to ask you too, though. You said she cooks at home. You cook at the fire station. What's your favorite thing that she cooks that you don't cook?
Meatball stew by far.
You don't cook meatball stew?
I do, but she cooks it the best, so I don't ever have to
okay.
cook it.
You
because
ask her what her secret is?
and listen, I don't know. We cook it the same way. I make a roux, she makes a roux. Now, she cooks her roux all day. All day. I mean, she starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, we're eating at 4.
It's not coming out of a jar.
No.
No.
Oh, no. But at the fire station, there's some luxuries I have. I have guys to clean up behind me at the firehouse, right? I have guys to help me. At home, we don't have that, but she has the time to let it cook all day. Whereas, hey, we started at 8, people's coming at 12. We got 4 hours to get this done. Let's make it happen. So I think letting it cook, how we do here, the longer it cooks, the better it is. But yeah, her meatball stew is the best I had
Oh.
out of everybody in Lafayette or around. So I put her against
Oh, well,
anybody.
it sounds like we need an invite.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
talking
I'm
about.
hearing sticky chicken
Chicken-
and meatballs too.
That's what I'm
just-
hearing.
Yeah, y'all need to get a
But
piece
it needs
of
to
that.
be her meatball stew.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Her meatballs too,
absolutely.
yeah.
Hey, y'all are our witnesses.
Do the kids ask for anything when they visit?
Jake's favorite is gumbo.
Yeah.
I don't know, what is Julia's
choice.
favorite?
She likes rice and gravy, but she may come in and say, hey, I'm feeling the meatball stew today, or
Yeah,
depends.
yeah.
She's kind of,
All
but she
different
cooks. She
things.
cooks a lot too. So
does.
where Jake doesn't have the luxury of
Yeah.
cooking as much as she does.
I love when my kids ask for something when they visit. I
Yeah,
love that.
that's nice,
Makes you
huh?
feel good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, you know you're good at it if they ask it.
That's right. That's right. I'd like to take a moment to thank Logic Refrigeration HVAC for being our Chef's Table sponsor. If you're in the restaurant business and you're looking for refrigeration HVAC services or even to fix a daiquiri machine, contact Logic Refrigeration HVAC. Also, I want to thank Seth for his involvement in our community fridge project. He's a rock star there and has donated refrigeration for the project as well as preventive maintenance. So if you're looking for that, you're a restaurant owner, I would recommend Logic Refrigeration HVAC.
Thanks, Seth. We love you. Hey guys.
We back.
Let's dig in a little bit deeper. We
Okay.
got questions.
Is this the criminal background?
Oh, hold on. Let me get my notes out. All right. So, y'all have been together 30 years, been married 30 years. You made it through the wild and crazy Navy days where we were trying to be safe. I hear you.
Gotcha.
We make it all the way back home to little old Lafayette and to the safety of fighting fires for a living.
There you go.
Okay. And so we're we 28 years into that career now.
Almost, yeah.
And that wasn't wild and crazy enough. Now we're evolving into social media personality and TV star.
In a big way.
Yeah.
It's been quite the ride, hasn't it? My goodness. Y'all been through quite a lot.
We have. Let me tell you how it sounds in my house. Tony, come figure out how to put that thing on the phone so we can send that or post that or whatever thing you got to do that.
Tony's your social media
Oh,
director.
she's got it. She's awesome at it too.
I tell you, I'm looking at the stats. Over 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, over 20 million views. It's somewhat viral where you went on YouTube, but you're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You're everywhere. But most recently, you just returned, and I know we talked about this before you went a little bit, but you were on PBS's Great American Recipe. Tell us all about that, because I got to know what that's like. And you won.
I did win.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, right? Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Believe it or not, I was grilling some pork steaks at the fire station, and I got a call from a lady. I think her name was Mary. She says, "Hey, I'm Mary from whoever." She says, "Would you be interested in doing a cooking show called The Great American Recipe?" I'm like, "Who's this?"
Hello?
Because
What?
firemen are known for pranking each other for, I'm like, "Who's this?" So
Make sure it's not
she
a white
reassured
cell phone
herself
number
that she was
showing up.
with that, and she says, "Would you be interested in doing the show?" I said, I have some questions before I say yes.
One or two at least.
I said, number one, can I bring my own food? Because if I have to use, Jimmy's Cajun sausage from Minnesota, I'm out. So she said, well,
No
we're going
offense,
to get you
Jimmy.
the food. I said, listen, you going to get me my food? You going to get us
Because
the
it makes a
sidewalls and-
difference.
Yeah,
you need.
you know what I'm saying? You going to get the food that we use? And she said, yeah, we can get that for you. I said, okay. I said, how long is this thing? I didn't know if it was a one episode type thing where you would, battle a couple people in one episode, or, she said, this is a whole season.
So how many episodes is it?
Mine was 6 episodes.
Oh,
They actually
wow.
cut it down a little bit. It's normally 8. And
So you were there for a while.
so I asked her, I said, how long I got to take off? She said 30 days. I
Whew.
said, lady, who can take off 30 days of work? The fire chief ain't let me off for 30 days. And she goes, let's just say he said yes. I said, okay, are you interested? I said, absolutely. If I can bring my food. And the fire chief says, yeah, I can be off for 30 days. So I went, and the fire chief has always been, he told me, he wanted me to cook in Lafayette at the seafood thing where all these chefs come. He's like, you need to go cook against those guys.
That's a
I
great
said,
idea.
I said, Chief, I'm not a chef, bro. I'm a firehouse cook, He said, I tasted that food. He said, you cook better than them. I'm like, okay, whatever. So when that didn't happen, a couple months later, I said, listen, I got an opportunity. And I'd like to do that, and I think it would do well for the fire department. I think it'd do well for
Yeah.
Louisiana. I think it'd do well for the city of Lafayette. Even if I just
Absolutely.
represented us.
Uh-huh.
And in my mind, I thought I was gonna win. I honestly, I'll say this: I think we have the best food on the planet.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I was in the Navy. I've been around the world. I've ate a lot of different foods from a lot of different culture, and I'm biased to our food, obviously. But I'm telling you, there's not many that really can compete with us. So when I got invited to the show, and I'm cooking against people from the United States, I don't think nobody from Pennsylvania could beat me cooking. I don't want to say not to say nothing bad about people from Pennsylvania, but
There's a line across our country
Oh, yeah.
that I like to think that this is good. And the further
Well-
south you get, maybe the better. But then there's just a line. I shouldn't say that.
That's
We
so
should keep it
funny.
positive.
I
But
can
no.
tell-
And I don't say. I just think in the seasoning realm.
Yeah.
it's kind of how we stand by, right?
I'm going to call you out. I can tell you from Texas because anybody from Louisiana would have said there's a line through the state of Louisiana.
That's right. Through the boot, right.
It's not through the country, it's through the state of Louisiana.
Well,
It's the
You got
seasoning
me.
line.
that's
You
exactly
got me.
right. That's exactly right. But honestly, when I got there, I cooked against Rex, who was from Ohio, but he was from the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
oh,
Okay, so that
That's
whole
some seasoning right there.
that
Uh-oh.
whole show went that way. I cooked against Thailand. I cooked against
Uh-oh.
Puerto Rico. I cooked against Bangladesh.
it's a bold
Oh,
flavors.
my gosh.
Lots of bold
That
flavors.
was a challenge.
So I'm like, at where I was confident, I wouldn't say I was cocky. I would say I was a little more confident. That I'm like, hold up, this is different. This is not.
That's a real competition
Yeah, I'm not
now.
cooking against brats, and we cooking against a whole different continent at this time, and it was really quite an experience. They isolate you for about 3 days, and at the time that I went to Nashville, it was when the hurricane was hitting North Carolina, and so we were
Oh,
stuck in the room
gosh.
for 3 days anyway. And listen, if you know me, I have a lot of jobs. I've been doing a lot of things my whole life. To sit in the room all day, I could probably last about 4 hours.
Yeah.
4 days.
Oh my god.
It was crazy. So, but I think it was purposefully done because, and actually, I think I got there Monday
I don't remember.
or Tuesday, and then I got there Tuesday. So I had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, we all got in the van. They brought us to the set.
Is that the first time you met?
So they feed us. So when you go pick up your food, you might see another person that they're like, "Hey, this is Rex. He'll be competing against you," but you don't. they don't really let you hang out with them guys. And so I think they do that on purpose so that you become friends so fast because, listen, I talk all the time. And I didn't have no interaction with another human other than Tony on the phone for 3 days. I was ready to look.
Oh
We got
my
that van. It was
gosh.
like, everybody was just talking. And so we became friends extremely fast. We did interviews that day. All we did was interviews. I mean, the craziest stuff you ever, say your name. My name's Coby Bailey. Say your name and where you from. My name's Coby Bailey. I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana. Say your name, where you from, and what you do. I'm Coby Bailey from Lafayette, Louisiana. I'm a professional firefighter. Okay, what city you work for? I'm Coby Bailey. So there's a lot of that repetitious stuff. Oh, it's crazy.
But that coached you.
It does, and it kind of sets you up for, not say how it's gonna be, but kind of what to expect as you keep going. So every morning, we walked to a barn. We had a place where we kind of ate breakfast and got ready, and then you walk to this barn, and we walked to this barn 15 times every day. That we think different. I'm like, and listen, when you watch the show, they show you walking to the barn for 3 seconds, but you have 42 minutes, so you walk into the barn, but it take 3 seconds out of 42 minutes.
It was a ways off, like it.
It was probably. Yeah, I would say probably here to that awning.
It was enough.
I mean,
to
it's
walk.
probably-
times over and
Yeah, it
over.
was a-
Yeah, but I mean, you walk, then you go back, and they're like, "All right, Kobe, ask a question this time. While you walking, ask a question. Hey, y'all ready to cook today, or just say something, and it's hey, you answer. So, and then you go back. Nobody say nothing. Look around. Look at the birds. Oh. So they give you so many different.
Very produced.
Production, yeah.
So when I tell that to everybody, if you ever do go on a show or any kind of. When they say production, it's a production. That's where the term comes from.
That's
I mean,
so
it
much
is.
fun.
Were there any
Crazy.
surprises, or was it pretty much what you expected it to be?
No, that was a surprise. We had Al Roker. Al Roker came on.
Wow.
And he looks like a big man on TV. He is about 5'5".
No.
I'm like, okay.
Hey,
You were-
hey!
you
Good
look like
things,
a giant.
But
Good
I thought he was
things
about
come
6
in
foot
small
tall.
packages now.
He's not that big, right?
Good things come in small
That's
packages.
okay. No, I'm not knocking him.
So did you make friends like with the other contestants?
Very much so. We all super close. Honestly, on this show, this is probably everybody, all the production people said that this is the nicest cooking show on TV. And they all love it. That's their favorite show that they shoot. Everybody helps each other. Hey, you need some Cajun seasoning on your food.
That's
Even though I'm
wonderful.
competing against you, you need
that's
some
how it should
seasoning,
be.
right?
I
Right.
mean,
And a lot of
come
people
on
are
now.
like, I'm scared. I don't want to use it, but I'm like, okay, I keep winning these contests on the thing. You should
Yeah.
probably try to use it, but anyway.
Well, speaking of seasoning, I'm gonna take that one for just a minute and ask you to tell us a little bit, because it's not just a social media sensation that you've evolved this career into. Y'all have been working on some other things.
Well, when Captain Coby was, when I was seasoned, when this was going to be a thing, when we decided that, I made a couple of videos. It was shot from the side. The stove was against the wall. It was hard to do. And once you start in that world, and I'm sure y'all can, experience this too, but your brain just goes, oh man, if I do this. So your brain's just turning the whole time. And then the seasoning, I said, you know what? We used this seasoning. Well, I think we used like the Slap Your Mama Red at the time. We liked the heat in that. But we had to doctor it up with some other things, maybe add a little bit more salt. So I'm like, I just need a seasoning that's just peppered enough, salty enough, or not over salty.
Right.
And so if I could find me a blend that's just kind of
Well,
perfect.
why not make it yourself?
That's exactly what I said, you see? And I see how great minds think alike. So
Where can we find all of that? Where is it? It's a new news, huh?
it's in all the New News. New News was my first major store that I got in.
Aw.
Blaine
love
gives
that.
a lot of people a
Blaine's
chance.
amazing.
Yes,
I
he
love
is
what
amazing.
they're doing over
He's
there.
a great guy. I
Thank
love
you,
him.
Blaine.
Yeah,
Blaine,
thank
you need to come
Mr.
on the
Blaine.
podcast.
And then I got into, I started all the little stores, like Kevin Guidry's and the Fresh Pickens, and all the little stores around here. And another story, I go to Super One a lot. It's the closest one to the station and to and to my house. And I got to be good friends with the store manager. And I even made a video with one of the ladies in the back. And I'm like, man, how I get this product in the store? And he said, here's some emails. I'm like, nobody wants to answer my email.
Yeah.
So he's like, look, corporate's coming Friday. I said, bring them to the fire station, man. Bring them to the fire station and let me cook for them. He's like, what you gonna cook? I said, crawfish etouffee, stuffed chicken, all those green sauce. I just started rattling some stuff off, and they came.
Come
and
on.
They loved it. They loved it being at the fire station. It was different from
Yeah,
the traditional.
sure.
You go to a sales meeting, or we showed them around the station. We showed them the trucks. We kind of showed them what we do a little bit, and then we ate. And the lady goes.
Well, and then they were really sold.
The lady told me, she
That
said,
was all
Kobe, I'll
she
be
wrote.
honest with you, I didn't feel good. I was not hungry. I left there so full to the top. That food was so amazing. She said.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was talking, I said, look, whether I get in the store or not, I kind of did this to thank y'all, because Super One does help me. I cook all over, and they kind of help supply some of the food.
That's awesome.
And I said, I want to do that to thank y'all. And he was like, you in? I'm like, roger that. Let's go. Let's get moving. So
yay.
I got into Super One, which is probably about 200 plus stores between Texas and Louisiana, in the Brookshires.
Are they in Texas? Yeah, Brookshires.
Brookshires.
Are
So
they in Texas?
yeah, it's in Texas.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell my kids that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think Brookshire is a little more north, like Dallas,
Yeah.
that kind of area. Brookshire Brothers, which they're not the same, but it's a little more south, I think, Houston area.
Okay.
So working on them next.
Well, and so you have the regular, you have spicy.
I have the regular can. So the regular can is the blend that I like. When I made a blend, I'm like, this is just the right amount of salt. It's just the
Okay.
right amount of pepper for me that I like. Some people like a little more garlic. Everybody has a different taste. And
Yeah.
there's not one magical seasoning that's like, this is it. It trumps everybody's seasoning.
This
You know,
is the
it's-
Colby specials, the
That's right.
original. All right.
So the red can is my original. I did sell some online, and they were like, man, this is like fire in my mouth. I'm like, okay. So I made a medium blend that kind of knocked that
That's
down
above
a little
that
bit.
line.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was way above that line. But listen, I get people from Michigan. I mean, just all
Nice.
this stuff by the case. It's amazing. This dude probably ordered 30 times. It's amazing what this guy orders, and he gives it as sales meetings to his people. And so some people do have a taste for that up north too, you know.
Absolutely.
So and then I did a barbecue rub. So I have a barbecue rub. I have a medium blend, and
Okay, wait. Tell me about this barbecue rub.
this barbecue rub is for real.
You were talking about putting mustard on different meats earlier.
I do.
Okay, I have always known to do that with fish, but I've never thought to do it with anything else.
It just brings so much flavor out of that. Mustard is really just some herbs, you know.
Yeah.
It's not a.
So do you have some of that in the barbecue rub
I have
too?
it in all of them.
Oh, okay. Yum.
I have it in all of them. And the when I first started developing the blend, I went cook with a guy who runs the entire sugarcane department in Laurelville. He goes, let me help you, man. Take this home. He gave me some sugar, but the unprocessed sugar that before they extract the molasses out, he says it won't stick in your can.
Oh.
Like the brown sugar kind of stick in your can, it'll kind of clump up. He said, try this. And anyway, I did. It's really good. It's a sweet heat.
stuff.
Okay.
It is phenomenal on just about everything. Some people don't like it on their beef, all these big time barbecue. But I think it's awesome on a brisket. I don't know if I would put it on a ribeye, but I'll definitely do it on a brisket. It's awesome on pork. It makes the best ribs
Nice.
ever. I'm telling you, man, it's amazing.
Now
try
you were talking. I know we had dinner a little bit ago.
Right.
But it seems like you were going to Colorado Springs, or
Just came
what are
back.
you doing there?
I just came back. Let me tell you about this Colorado Springs thing. I have a 25-gallon pot. It's pretty big. I went up there 4 years ago. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to cook, and the guy's like, look, you can't sell your food. So it's fine, I'll give it to you. I was really trying to sell some seasoning. So I said, I'll give you the food, just buy some seasoning. That was my thought process. And he goes, this is what we do. The guys can't leave, they practice. So a little bit about the Fallen Firefighters Memorial. When you die in the line of duty, they put you on a wall, okay? And they honor you, and then all the fire departments from around the country go to this one spot in Colorado Springs, and then they call your name, they ring their bell twice, they present your family with a flag, their bagpipers are there. So they practice in one day. All these people, we're talking about probably 500-600 people practice in one day, and then the next day they have the ceremony.
Oh, wow.
So when they practice, there's not a lot of time, so they don't have a lot of time for lunch. So they would bring just snacks, ham sandwich, whatever. So the first year I made a jambalaya, they were like, "What is going on?"
Oh, yeah.
But I only made it for the Saturday. I thought I was only feeding the people who I didn't know I could feed for the actual ceremony itself. And the people come, that receive the flag, they come to Tent City, and they listen. They were so mad that Sunday, like, "You didn't cook again?" Like, I didn't know I could. So the next year we loaded up again. We went, and this jambalaya, we get pretty good serving, but it makes about 500, 550 bowls. We're not quite sure how many bowls because it's going in 30 minutes. We can't scoop it in the plate fast enough, to be honest with you. And that second year I went, they had 500 people on the wall, so we don't have enough food. So we brought 25 pounds of red beans and rice. And 500 bowls of jambalaya. All of that was gone in less than an hour.
That is
I
great.
know they appreciate it.
That is
Listen, they know
great.
every year.
And
so
that's any fallen firefighter or a firefighter that's passed in the nation.
that's right, in the nation.
Wow.
And Canada.
And Canada.
Oh,
And
wow.
Canada.
Canada's part of that as well. So the
And they're
international
all on the
stuff,
wall.
They go on the wall, in Colorado Springs.
I love that.
incredible.
So the third year I got invited to the show. I didn't get to go.
Oh.
So they were like, so the guy who sets it up, he goes, "Hey man, when you come, save me a case of barbecue rub." I said, "I'm not coming." He said, "What?" I said, "I'm not coming." I said, "What you mean?" They were kind of upset. I'm like, "Look, man, I got an opportunity to do some stuff for me."
Yeah.
And so this year, one of the ladies that runs our honor guard department, she was like, "Coby, I'm gonna show you something." So everybody's like, "Does everybody have what they need?" So they talking amongst all the people around the country, like, "Make sure you bring this. We're gonna have these guys are gonna do this." Is anybody know the guy that makes the jambalayas coming this year? So I rank up there with everybody else at the thing. So it's great.
That's the highlight of the trip for
That's
them.
it,
I
no
love
doubt.
it. They need that good Cajun cooking.
I really want to thank you for being here, and thank you for being here. This is an amazing story, and that's what we like to tell here on the podcast. And
Absolutely.
it's so exciting to see all that you're doing, all the good you do, but just and it looks like you're having a lot of fun doing
We
it.
are. It's amazing. We have a great time. Listen, I'm a people kind of person. My wife, as you can see, she's so talkative. She really is, but she's kind of the business deal. I'm the guy that's out there, meeting and greeting and having a good
Well,
time telling
somebody's
stories.
got to keep track of you.
That's what I do.
That's
That's what I'm
right.
all about. So yeah, we make a good team.
But we didn't talk about the seeds.
Well,
We're almost out of
and-
time.
Is that yours?
Yes.
The seeds are hers. Pick up the seeds.
Oh, and hello.
Jeez. I've had those, and they're good.
They're amazing.
That's
I'm
my bag
currently
again.
Addicted.
That's my bag. You're not taking it with you.
Okay.
A
your
quick
hands
story
off.
on the
Hands
seas.
off,
I tell
hands
you, we went to Nunu's and on a customer appreciation day, and we were doing the barbecue rub.
Yeah.
And Tony was like, I roasted some seeds. I put some Captain Coby on them too, so people can taste the can. They were like,
Yeah.
"Where we buy this?" We were like, "We just did it so you could taste the seeds."
I had them that day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had
I
'em
need
that
them
day.
in a bigger bag though, because my hand doesn't fit in there very well.
That's all right. We're gonna.
She told me the secret is a spoon, but I feel like the real secret is just a bigger bag with more in
Well,
it.
when you get
So,
the spoon, you get the
see what you
greenies
can
on
do.
the bottom too. So it's all good.
Well, I definitely think I'm gonna put that on my to-do list. That would probably make a good little salad topping too. Now that I'm
Oh,
thinking
it's
about
amazing.
it,
It's
extra
amazing.
grimmies.
Absolutely.
Well, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all so much for all the background history.
You got it. Thank y'all so
And-
much for having us. We had a great time.
Y'all are awesome. Thanks for all that
Hey,
you
when
do.
the building's ready,
Absolutely.
sticky chicken and meatball stew, right?
Yeah, we'll
Exactly,
keep you posted.
exactly.
We'll keep
Please
you posted.
do.
Thank you.
You got it.
And before we get out of here, we want to say thank you to our partners that help make this possible. Help us give an ounce of hope. So thank you, Colin, for helping us give everybody an extra ounce of hope. And thank you so much to the Cajun table. We love y'all. Thanks for keeping it spicy. Everybody, thanks for being here. We love you so much. Let's eat.
Let's eat.
Make sure to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube. And thanks again to our Chef's Table sponsor, Logic Refrigeration and HVAC. You can learn more at getlogicservice.com. If you have a restaurant, commercial business, Seth can take care of you. Give him a call, 337-242-1000. Until next time, let's eat.